Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I don't know why I swallowed the fly, I guess I'll die, which is my way of saying I really feel like I'm gonna get the Lost. But now it was like on the other side of the map. We were literally as far away from the Lost as we could possibly be. Basement 1, Blue Baby, no curse. I think 9JWF, LJLB, Lyndon Johnson Ladybird, which is actually the name of his wife, you know, and, well, I mean, they're still married, I guess, but they are both deceased. Is that, I mean, it does say till death do us part, so is it an ex-wife, or are they still married, you know, in the presumed afterlife or something right now, you know? I'm not trying to say they shouldn't be. I'm not trying to take anything away from them, but they do say that in the vows, legally speaking. I don't know. I'm just trying to clarify from a, you know, a legal jurisdictional standpoint. Lady Bird Johnson really was the name of his wife, by the way, and I say that because, you know, I know a lot of people watching this are maybe younger, maybe from a different parts of the, different part of the world, aren't familiar with it, but yeah, the former President Lyndon B, I forget what the B stands for, Lyndon Byron, something like that, Johnson. His wife was named Lady Bird. You want to talk about a name that isn't used anymore? People are always like Ethel, Myrtle, Bertha. How about fucking Lady Bird? If you were in a class and they were like, you know, Aaron Aronson, here, you know, Rebecca Johnson, here. I hope that's still a name that makes sense. And then someone was like, you know, Lady Bird Robinson. You'd be like, excuse me? There's like some kind of, you know, big boy produced soul singer here? What's going on with that? Now that I think about it, Lady Bird Robinson actually sounds like a great name for like some kind of singer. Well, this is a perfect interaction here. Blue Baby's only friend, and we're Blue Baby. We can actually use that right now. This has only happened in maybe... It's not like the most enormous get I've ever gotten, but it's only happened in maybe 1 or 2 episodes. I guess maybe a little bit earlier if we got like D4 or something like that. But Blue Baby's only friend early on is a staggeringly useful, basically DPS upgrade. As long as you can aim it properly, it's pretty much like Ludovico technique, except you don't need the damage upgrades to make it super useful. Which is, it's a double-edged sword, because I believe that Blue Baby's only friend does not, scale. You know, the more damage and the more cool synergies you get, you know, the worse it actually becomes. Oh my god, Magic Mushroom, really? And it means that usually you will be outpacing the damage for a while, but this is like a very easy shortcut. It's kind of like training wheels until you actually gain the requisite, you know, muscles, tendons, and mental acuity in order to be able to ride your bicycle effectively. Maybe this is our secret room? I doubt it, but we've been getting magic mushrooms so much lately. I can't complain about it at all. What do you want me to say? You want me to not take magic mushroom because it's showing up all the damn time? I can't do that, alright? You got 100 people up your butt for every decision you make in the Binding of Isaac, right or wrong. Eventually you just decide, you know what? I'm gonna play the game I want to. If magic mushroom shows up, you bet your ass I'm picking up magic mushroom. Maybe I'll even go deep. Maybe I'll take brimstone on this run. How do you feel about that, Dad? Oh, we went down a different road there. Why not take umbilical cord? I mean, it's a good question. Do you want the honest answer? It's because I don't know what umbilical cord does. I think it gives you a familiar when you get down to like half a spirit heart, or I guess half of a red heart. And the fact that I don't know what it does intimidates me, so I wanted to, you know, avoid those negative feelings, but here we are. So I still think that even with Magic Mushroom, Blue Baby's only friend is probably going to be our damage dealer of choice, just because it is so good. 5 cents maybe? Nope. I guess to some extent does depend on what boss we're fighting, but I mean, you can see that damage coming out right here. It's almost like having the shears right now, mostly because we're fighting a boss that has not the highest amount of HP, but a very easy fight nonetheless. And we'll take Speedball, and we have not taken any damage on this run thus far, and what is it, like, yeah, 3 minutes in, and we're already done with the second floor, except for the item room. You know what? I actually do not want Ghost Baby. There's very few... Fucking curse of the... Stop it! There's very few items you could give me on a Deal with the Devil that would make me not want to take it, especially considering we get Deal with the Devil... Well, I should have taken that earlier. Especially considering we get Deal with the Devil precedent out of it, but that is one of them, so we might have a Deal with the Angel run. That one goes out to all of you asking for it. Now, we could possibly go to our shop, but I'm not going to take Dr. Fetus. I'm so sorry. I know we could get that money with it. It's the one of the only items I can't bring myself to go for. I know that in some people tweet me all the time and they say, hey, heard you were talking shit about Dr. Fetus, mate, and, you know, it's a great Dr. Fetus run that they link me to. I have no doubt that there are great Dr. Fetus runs, but 90% of the runs that I've had with the item have been terrible, and probably like 8 out of the other 10% have been worse than what I had before I picked it up, but I still managed to win just because I was balling out of control with some other items. It's the one item I can't bring myself to go for, you know? I taught myself how to use Cursed Eye, I guess we don't really need this. To some extent, I've taught myself how to use Guillotine. I pick it up from time to time. I've won a couple of runs with Isaac's Heart. I can't do Dr. Fetus, and I'm sorry about that, and I know some people are going to be quite ornery. Feel free to play the seed, which I have written down. You can pick up Dr. Fetus for yourself, and then send me a screenshot to let me know how dumb I am for not picking it up, but I'm going to stick with this, you know, makeshift Ludovico technique situation we've got going on here that I'm a pretty big fan of right now. Alright, that's going to do it for this floor. Unfortunately, no access to our shop. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We might, it's like 506. Boss Rush is a theoretical construct that we could take advantage of here. But with 2 bombs, I kind of feel like, why don't we do this? And we're probably trading 1 bomb for like 9 cents. Okay, it was actually 8 cents, but that's okay. 1 bomb for 8 cents is a pretty good trade, especially when we have 1 more kind of waiting here. 27 cents is the number of dresses that Katherine Heigl had worn as a bridesmaid, but never a bride, in the movie of the same name. The movie was called 27 Dresses, not always a bridesmaid, never a bride. Anyway, we're in a fantastic situation. Again, I can't stress enough that I'm pretty excited that I haven't taken any damage as Blue Baby so far. I really doubt that that's going to continue long term, but at the same time, I'm very happy to be in this position, and we have something silly like 10 Spirit Hearts, which normally you would not have at this point, and that's probably not going to change too much on this floor if it ends up being as easy as this room has been. Keeping in mind, of course, that we have, if I had to, you know, take an educated guess, I'd say we probably got 1 deal with the Angel coming up, which, in all likelihood, is not going to give us an item, and instead will give us, like, Spirit Hearts or Eternal Hearts that'll turn into Spirit Hearts, but either way. It's a bit of a shame because, you know, like, one of the reasons you like playing Blue Baby is for that pretty much guaranteed precedent for deals with the devil, but I guess we'll just turn it on its head and enjoy the pretty much guaranteed precedent for deals with the angel, at least to start with, and then maybe we'll get more deals with the devil in the future. I had a feeling, you know, this room would give us access to the secret room. It often does. We also picked up a second key. 9 cents turned into 12 cents thanks to Counterfeit Penny, much appreciated, and another bad gas pill. So, I mean, we never, it's, I guess, somewhat ironic that I got the Bougie, had the Chronic, and the Lakers beat the Supersonics, but I guess it's largely ironic here that we're going to have no problems summoning the chances for arcades at the very least, but we have no value to derive from them. Unless we get like a Book of Shadows, or, you know, there's a Demon Judgment, and we have a lot of Spirit Hearts that we can kind of like afford to go for. It might seem like it's not that big of a deal, but sincerely, like, the reason I have taken so little damage on this run is not because, like, oh, I'm particularly sharp today or something like that. It really is Blue Baby's only friend, which is basically a high damage Ludovico Ludovico technique tier. Alright, we're not going to use the shortcut on that one anymore. We have to go Bible over the poop. I don't know why I bought the Spirit Heart as well. I guess it's not that bad, but we have to go Bible over the poop. For the ability to fly, it's worth something. Mysterious Liquid is okay. It makes it look like we're wearing a blue suit, like we're wearing a Smurf outfit or something like that. I can live with that. If we end up never using the Bible except to get consumables, I still consider that pretty okay. You know, we had the money to afford to burn it if we wanted to. It also helps us kill Mom and Mom's heart easily, and could, you know, literally kill us instantly if we tried to use it against Satan, for example. But I think it's worth picking up, only because the poop is already pretty bad. And we're already in a great position monetarily. So that's the first bit of damage we've taken on this entire run, and it came from a bad trip pill. I barely count that. If we were the Lost, I don't even think that would kill us. So that, as far as I'm concerned, that's my definition for taking damage. Even though we have Mysterious Liquid, I think that we're still doing better with Blue Baby's Only Friend than we are with not Blue Baby's Only Friend, so I'm going to continue to use Blue Baby's Only Friend. It sucks a little bit against enemies that are a little bit higher mobility, but that's okay. In fact, Mysterious Liquid might be great against an enemy like Gertie Jr. that's going to, you know, roll over top of the creep that we set out. So we'll try it out. Not so bad. Deal with the angel, perhaps? Perhaps indeed? Going very quickly here on this run as well. Dead Sea Scrolls. As much as I... Well, I'll take it out of the rotation. As much as I don't like the Bible, and this is going to make me seem like the world's ultimate pussy, I should have fought the angel in there. Maybe we'll get a chance to fight Mega Satan or something. It's worth fighting just to do it, basically, I feel. Interesting. As much as it makes me sound like kind of a pussy... By the way, I hate the use of that word, not because, you know, it's derogatory necessarily or anything like that, but because people always use pussy to defend, like, reckless actions. Like, the number of times I've been called a pussy for shit that does not make me a pussy, just makes me, like, kind of smart. So annoying. It's not like I was ever really bullied or anything like that, but they'd be like, we're gonna jump off the bridge into the creek. You coming, pussy? And I'll be like, well, no, I guess I'm a pussy. Like 3 times a year, a kid our age will die doing exactly what you're doing. Yeah, but it won't happen to us, pussy. You know. It's like when Kate and I were in Japan. The taxi drivers didn't literally call me a pussy here, but like I'd put on my seatbelt in the taxi, and they'd be like, no, don't worry about it. Like I'm a good driver, and I'm like, did I just walk into the curse room like barely and then take damage? That hurts. I Can See Forever's pretty sweet. Lemon Party, good in the future, I guess. I'm like, man, I'm not putting on the seatbelt because I don't trust you. I'm putting on the seatbelt because we're getting in a fucking... all of my episodes, I don't have a fear of, like, driving or being in a car or something like that, but you just wear your seatbelt. That's a smart thing to do. It's not meant to be a slight on your personal, you know, driving ability. I know you do this as a job. I'm just saying, you know, you gotta wear your seatbelt. I don't want to... You know, if we get in a... I'll take BFF for sure. If we get in a car accident and, unfortunately, you know, we die or are seriously injured, that's kind of just the way it goes, right? Like, it's the law of the jungle, baby, you know? There's a lot of car accidents on a daily basis. It sucks, but it's tragic. But I don't want to be the guy where, you know, you read the internet comments and they're like, word is he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. What a shithead. Whoa, what an easily... preventable death, or at least, you know, he probably would have just been injured or something like that. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy, you know? I want people to still think I was a relatively astute individual when I died. Anyway, what I was getting at from 7 years ago, when I picked it up on the Angel Room, is that, Dead Sea Scrolls has a non-guaranteed effect, which wouldn't be so bad. $3 bill has a non-guaranteed effect, but I still take that. But it seems like Kamikaze shows up more often than I would expect, and as a result, I choose, most of the time, not to take it. We already went into that double key room. It gave us Able, and, I don't think we spent very much to pick up the cash, which allowed us to get BFF, which I believe has made Blue Baby's friend a better item, so I'm not too mad about it. Bob's Rotten Head. I think we can probably, be of the opinion that Bob's Rotten Head is better than the Bible here. Not that Bob's Rotten Head is very good at all, but I do think it's better than an item that I'll probably basically never use. So, let's give it credit where credit is due. And actually, BFF plus Blue Baby's only friend seems really good. That is some pretty incredible damage. Again, basically, it's Ludovico technique. Do you need me to say that again? I've said it about 100 times. It's basically Ludovico technique. Judas' Shadow. Interesting item. I quite like Judas' Shadow. You might get the impression that I don't. It's just, if it shows up super late, it's hard to really get value out of it, because you don't expect to ever end up needing it. Worth it. 2 bombs for a key? Yeah, I'll live with it. We also have a Tinted Rock over here I totally missed on the way in, and that's awesome. I still don't think we've been hit by an enemy on this run. I've been hit by a bad trip pill, and then, like, I entered that curse room. Twice, sort of, which maybe was not the best idea, but, that's okay. We're gonna head down here. It's been a surprisingly quick run again, which is just a testament to Blue Baby's only friend being a sweet-ass item. Long story short, my whole point there, I should have bombed below. I always make this mistake, because the key is, like, right there, so I'm like, we should do it. Don't call people pussies, man. Unless, I don't know, if they're being, like, a total... I'm trying to think of the word that I would rather use. If they're being the total Melvin, no offense if your name's Melvin, by the way. Some great bands with that name. There's our first bit of damage. If you're being kind of a, you know... I've been a pussy at times before in my life, okay? When I was 12, I went to my friend's birthday party, maybe 13 even. Says a lot about me at that point in my life. I went to my friend's birthday party, and like, yeah, we'll take Headless Baby. We were going to the movie store to rent a video, which I never realized that would date me so early. But yeah, you know, this is pre-huge internet era. Everyone had dial-up. Nobody's downloaded movies on it. And we were renting a movie, and people were like, "Yo, it's PG." We must have been 12, because people were like, "Yo, even though it's PG-13, my dad's not gonna be home for a couple hours. Let's rent Scream 2." Like, we want to go Book of Sin here. I know a lot of people have intense appreciation for how to jump. I still haven't learned how to use it effectively, unfortunately. Book of Sin, a little safer. But, you know, yeah, they were like, let's get Scream 2. Nobody tell anybody. And I was like, I don't know, guys. I don't think my mom would be happy that I'm watching this movie, you know, without her knowing. And they were like, come on, man. And I was like, no, I just don't feel comfortable. So that is like, you could be like, yeah, yo, don't be a pussy, man. And then I would have been like, okay, let's watch the movie. And I probably would have ended up a more well-adjusted adult, or at least had more friends in the earlier years of my life than I did, necessarily speaking. However, you know, if you're gonna do something that's stupid, you should take it the other way, you know? Don't get offended if somebody's like, hey, I don't want to do that dangerous thing that you want to do. You should instead say, hey, maybe, should I do this? Hey, you know, we're like 11 years old. Want to drink my dad's vodka? I don't know. Don't be a pussy. You know what? Instead of calling you a pussy, I'm gonna reevaluate my actions. Man, drinking this much vodka as an 11-year-old, I can't afford to get alcoholism as an 11-year-old. You know, this is the part of the formative years of my life. You know, thank you for choosing to dissent instead of just caving into peer pressure, and thus maybe making, you know, a butterfly effect style change in my life. I appreciate that. It's, you know, people get offended when you don't want to join them on their potentially suicidal expeditions. I don't understand it. Anyway. Use pussy responsibly. That's just what I'm trying to say. The word, not. I mean, you should probably use the organ responsibly as well. We're on Necropolis 1. We have basically been everywhere, but we're not going to leave just quite yet. We recently fought Dark One, and now we're going to fight Adversary, and I mean, it's still going exceptionally well. Almost a little too easy, to be honest with you. I'm not really going to complain about, but that was bad damage on my part. But we're still going to be able to get to the HP cap easily in many different ways. Why not get a key piece here? That's my hypothesis here, my philosophy. Why wouldn't I want to get a key piece here, considering that we've got enough Spirit Hearts left on the room that even if we took a ton of damage, we would still be able to get to the HP cap. Like, it doesn't matter fucking at all. So, we are going to explore a little bit. Normally, I guess I like to be, if we're gonna do boss rush, I like to be down to the next floor within like the next minute or so. But I don't really care about boss rush that much on this run. It'd be nice, but I don't really want to do it without being able to teleport out. Somebody, I don't know if this is a common, the reason I bring this shit up, by the way, is because I don't know if this is a common opinion. But somebody sent me a message and they're like, you should make a rule for boss rush that instead of, like, if you take an item from boss rush, you have to actually finish boss rush. And I immediately discounted it, which might not have been fair to that person. But the reason I don't want to do boss rush is, for the most part, not because it's hard. It's not like I'm afraid of the challenge. There are some situations in which I would probably not survive, you know, doing the strategy that I do, in which case I need the item in order to make the run have a better chance of winning, I guess. But most of the reason is just that it's tedious, you know? I hate adding an extra, like, 8 minutes to a run just to do boss rush. So if I can teleport out, then I like it. Otherwise, I tend to leave. But I don't know. That might be a common frame of thinking. So let me know if you feel the same way as me or as the person that I mentioned. Because if people are saying, hey, you know, it's really frustrating when you go to boss rush, but you don't do boss rush, instead you just leave, then I'll probably just not do boss rush. I would rather not do boss rush than do boss rush, but find myself, like, take an item, but find myself 100% feeling obligated to kill all the enemies, because that's just, it's quite tedious. I still like boss rush as a mechanic. I think it's pretty cool, but, you know, after, how many times have I fought all the bosses? 50, 60? After a while, you're just like, you know what? I don't need to do that anymore. I'll just steal the free item. I don't think it's cheap, man. It's in the game. If you think they didn't have that mechanic in mind when they built the game and gave Azazel that Fool card to start with, I think you're warping reality for your own presumptive biases and whatnot to reinforce your opinion. How do I feel about this run so far? How can I feel about this? That was bad damage, but how can I feel about this run so far? We've been doing amazingly. It's pretty much the result of one item. And the fact, I guess, that BFF makes that item even better. I don't know how we're gonna lose this. It's weird because we're not even close to being, like, traditionally overpowered at all. Our tiers are actually pretty weak, you know? We've had a tiers downgrade. I don't think we've had any tiers upgrades. So I'm in a pretty shitty situation, for, like, as my tiers go. And my crowd control is just god-awful. I'm gonna reroll all of this, straight up. And then we'll open that one. We got a 2 of clubs, double our bombs. We got a devil card. I don't know if it was worth re-rolling all of them, but, you know, what's done is done, I suppose. Tears down, probably not going to take that. We're at 1812 here. We still have no teleportation. Yeah, so, our individual tiers kind of suck, but Blue Baby's only friend is carrying us and may continue to carry us even further into the late game. If there's a lot of enemies, you know, we don't have a Brimstone or Red Candle type ability to really take control. But at the same time, we're in a pretty great position, especially if we're fighting single-target foes. There's, like, no problems at all. Okay, so the Stars card is our ticket to stealing an item from Boss Rush, if we can get there fast enough. I'm going to leave this up for just a second, just as long as it takes here. I think we can do it, and I would love to pick up something that just makes our tiers stronger. Because... or makes us stronger, or gives us some great synergy, or something like, you know, the wafer, the soul, etc., etc. Although I guess that doesn't matter at all for us. The wafer, though, not the soul. The wafer would matter. Alright, so we're trying to land Blue Baby's only friend here. It's not the easiest thing in the world, because the fly does move very slowly. But we're definitely going to be able to make it in time here. Kind of hope we get a deal with the angel. Or sorry, kind of hope we get a deal with the devil. If we get a deal with the angel, I don't know if I'll have time to fight it. We did get a deal with the devil. Okay, so I'm going to take Polaroid. And then our deal with the devil is Guppy's head. I don't think we've had another Guppy item. But I am going to take Guppy's head because I like it better than Book of Sin. Thought about that one for a minute. Probably be able to get to the HP cap regardless. I mean, Book of Revelations, Miter, really good. This is one of the most difficult choices I've had on a boss rush room in a while. I think I'm gonna take Triple Shot. And I thought about it. Miter, great passive, more Spirit Hearts. How can I complain, right? That's pretty sweet. Book of Revelations was the easiest one to discount because I already had a spacebar item that I like. What else was in there? Triple Shot, which I ended up taking. And then the other one was, Book of Revelations, Triple Shot, the Miter. Oh, Dry Baby. I actually almost ended up taking Dry Baby because I was like, if I'm going to be using Blue Baby's only friend, I can use Dry Baby and just put myself behind Dry Baby and use Blue Baby's friend as like a Ludovico technique tier that basically makes me 100% immune to bullet hell bosses. But in a way, I actually feel like I kind of, you know, copped out and took the easy way out by taking Triple Shot, which is a nice tier effect that does help out a lot. Clean Room means Black Market, I believe, or, you know, Crawl Space at least. It is a crawl space, and we get Samson's Chain. It's okay, you know? It's not the best item in the game, but I'm content to have it. So yeah, that was one of the more interesting boss rushes, without a doubt. I thought maybe we'd be able to break that. Interesting situation. I'm not sure if I made the right choice, because I'm still intending on using Blue Baby's only friend for most of our damage here, but I feel like it went pretty well. We also picked up a Guppy item on the deal with the devil, so we do have that going for us, but we'll see, I guess, if this ends up working out. I took a little bit more damage than I ever have on this run, on this floor. Compass is a huge pickup for us. We'll pick up this, we'll pick up this. Do we know the pill? We might as well check it out. Luck up. All right, I love it. The donation machine broke in 1 cent. Sweet. I don't know if I want to use 2 keys for that right now. Try to crack this bad boy open. There we go. Got nothing out of it. Down to the next floor. All right, let's do this. We got compass, no map. Doesn't matter. So far, so good. So there is a mob trap room back there. We're definitely going to be taking advantage of that mob trap room if it has red chests in it. Maybe if it has golden chests in it. We'll see. Generally speaking, I don't bother taking mob trap rooms this late out of a risk aversion if they have regular chests, because regular chests pretty much only give you consumables, which if they're spirit hearts is fine, but the chances of them being spirit hearts are pretty low. So, you know, unless I need keys, unless I need pennies, not that interested. There's a lot more bullshit on this room than I thought there was. We will check this out down here. This is, you know, theoretically one of the easier rooms for sure. Yeah, we'll try. And there we go. That's what I get. Complaining about regular chests, and then I get a golden chest, which costs me a consumable and then gives me jack shit in return, basically. But we fight Loki. Loki's like the easiest enemy we could possibly imagine with Blue Baby's only friend. The only move he has that does well against us is teleport, and he won't even get a chance to use it. Then Chubb, exactly the same problem there. I wonder if this is the run that finally convinces me that BFF can really be a top tier item. The Gauss rune, it does purge a curse, but I want to keep our devil card just in case it ends up becoming necessary. I'm trying to think of like what, I know we could get an extra bomb there, but I'm trying to think of what enemies, or what bosses we'd really want to use the devil card against, and my thinking is it would be bosses that Blue Baby's only friend are not good against, but what bosses are Blue Baby's friend not good against? Mom's Heart is pretty immobile. Oh my god, he bounced off the edge there, I got super lucky. Mom's Heart, pretty immobile. Isaac, Blue Baby, pretty immobile. They mostly stay in the same place. Yes, they move around a little bit. But then after they move, they stay in the same place for, you know, maybe 5 or 10 seconds. It's enough time to do a lot of damage. No tinted rocks that I can see. Maybe in the top corner, though. You know, Death might be the best one to use a devil card against. I kind of wanted to pop it just to see if it guaranteed us a deal with the devil. Maybe I should have done that. Oh well. Down to the next floor, we still have this devil card for whenever we decide that we need it. This is really an interesting run to see if Blue Baby's only friend can carry us all the way through the game, because that's basically the situation that we've presented ourselves with here, is we got this on our first item room, and, you know, that's going to be the item we're going to choose to go with forever. We will totally get rid of Counterfeit Penny for Rosary Bead, and that's going to help out as well. This, probably not so much. We'll use 2 keys here. Yeah, that ended up definitely not being worth it, but at the time I was like 2 keys for 2 iron chests. That's okay. Boss room is over there. There is a curse room. Hopefully our secret room ends up being adjacent to the curse room, in which case I would totally go to it. Samson's chain freaking me out a little bit here. I don't think the secret room will be adjacent to it, but it's possible. There we go. 1 dead. Second one will go down pretty quickly as long as it doesn't jump too hard. There we go. Quick look around for tinted rocks. I don't see any. Not that I can see, but, you know, I do make mistakes a lot of the time. We've come full circle. That was like in the first 100 episodes of Vanilla Isaac. That was the #1 complaint. People were like, you never look for tinted rocks. Here we are again. Way later in the game. You'd think that I'd learn, but apparently not. Broke even on our curse room there. I wouldn't even say that's unfortunate. That's probably, you know, an above average outcome for going to a curse room. Just in terms of, like, the actual, median sample. Yeah, Ruka, how's it going, buddy? Did I miss a tinted rock on the last room? If I could train my cats to look for tinted rocks, oh, man. That would really, really help my crossover appeal, I think. Good. You're not supposed to be there. I didn't know that I'd aggroed you yet. Alright, this has got to be the right way. I don't know what worked there. It was the flies? I guess the flies are doing enough damage that they can take out a bomb fly single-handedly, which actually means that our damage from our tiers must be pretty okay. That is yet another spirit heart for us. Now, as little damage as I've taken, and I really do think that this is probably like top 5% for like least damage that I've taken, at least on runs where I don't just, you know, walk into a room and immediately kill everything. Oh, careful. I've gotten a lot of Spirit Hearts as well. So, I mean, I think I've played... Honestly, I'm going to toot my own horn for... Horn. I'm going to toot my own... It is horn. Why did I think it was whore? I'm going to toot my own horn for once. I think I have played pretty well, especially early on this run. And this Samson's Chain block is so nice here. But in addition, we've gotten a pretty healthy supply of Spirit Hearts, which admittedly I appreciate a great deal. Thank you, game. Just a good intersection of decent play and decent RNG. Curse of the Lost might not be the most annoying curse in the game, but it's probably the most annoying after you get the compass. If you have the compass, I guess. After you get the compass implies that you'll always have the compass if you just play long enough, which is definitely not the case. Man, I hate Daddy Longlegs now. Out of all the rooms, it seems like the one where it's hardest to avoid taking damage. Like, some of the damage seems nearly unpreventable. It's also pushing Blue Baby's only friend out of the goddamn way. Finally. That's okay, pick up some extra bombs that I'll probably never use if I'm being realistic. This should be just like single famine, so this is over. One iron chest or stone chest is not what I'm going to really get excited about here. One Loki dead. This is the run that is actually going to make me go to the wiki and look up how much BFF helps. Like, if it really makes it so that it does like 1.5 times damage, then this plus Blue Baby's only friend is basically like getting a magic mushroom for Blue Baby's only friend, which is it's already strong enough to carry you vanilla for a long time. Wouldn't it be great if it ended up just having 0 impact and it was just like the placebo effect entirely? Not the placebo infect. That's the name of my cyberpunk thriller coming out next fall on Penguin eBooks. Look for my AMA. Careful. Oh, okay, we're alright. Yeah. This run also probably has a record for like the least amount I've used my tiers, unless you count like an Epic Fetus run, which you probably should. Clutch Steam sale. I'm gonna buy so much liquidated goods and services. So many, I guess I should say. We're not going in there. Have we gone up this way? We have gone up this way, so we'll go this way. And we'll fight yet another fistula. An enemy that I don't respect or appreciate anymore, because it ends up annoying the shit out of me. This is like the Smash TV conundrum right now. I should not be putting myself in the corner and then trying to shoot the enemies away. It takes away all of your mobility. Sure, it makes it a little easier. You gotta, you know, a much narrower swath of land that the enemies can use to get to you, but it's not smart. I hate this room. This room is not even worth my time, as long as I have a bomb. I will bomb my way through this room all day, every day. You should know, I am not the guy that bombs his way out of rooms. Even when I get Epic Fetus and I'm like, I'm gonna do a speed run, I still kill every single enemy. So, you really know how much I hate that fucking room when I bomb my way out of it consistently. Because it's so not my style. I don't have a, you know, a moral conundrum associated with it. I just really, really do not like doing it. It doesn't become like a standard prerequisite thing in my brain for what should be accomplished there. I had a feeling there wouldn't be a secret room there, but I'm, you know, gonna look for it regardless. Because bombs don't mean that much, and being able to not take 2 Spirit Hearts of damage on our way into the curse room means kind of a lot. And this curse room is not gonna pay out. Petrified poop? Just in time. What's our 1-up? It's Judas' Shadow? It is, I mean, yes, it is Judas' Shadow. So basically, excuse me? I don't care. We will end up, if we respawn, probably, I really thought we'd been in that room. We'll end up doing pretty well. But we do need to get there. So, you know, let's stop pussyfooting around here. Getting a little scary. That helps. That doesn't necessarily help, but I appreciate it. We probably could have used Samson's Chain to break the rocks. Who cares? Again, with 17 bombs, that's more than we're ever going to use over the leftover on this run. The time that is still remaining. Gonna get to 92 cents, so Money Equals Power would be a great pickup. I really, really hope we do not get Curse of the Blind. Although, I guess, now that I think about it, what could possibly fuck me since I'm not even using my own tiers? Isaac's Heart would be nasty, but, you know, could be worse. Soy Milk wouldn't make any difference at all. Yeah, I don't think we have anything to be afraid of, really. Monstro 2, even 2 Monstro 2s is kind of like my ideal enemy. Because all I have to do is focus on dodging and occasionally using the other half of my brain to, you know, sneak some extra damage in. You know, rearrange where Blue Baby's only friend has chosen to land. Helps when we can get Headless Baby to actually, you know, put the creep down on a location where it's likely that he's going to drop anyway. It's not a huge coup for us or anything like that, but it's something. This is why I hate Curse of the Lost, man. This floor is... It was probably like... We only had to go to like 10 rooms or something like that, but we chose the wrong 8 rooms every single time, and as a result have been here for like 20 minutes. Maybe not 20 minutes. Maybe like 6 minutes, but still. 6 minutes of public speaking, man. It's a tall order. Alright. So pretty much I'm just going to try not to be an idiot, which basically means don't do what I did at the start of this level. That damage sucks, by the way. That should not have happened. In fact, I should just do exactly what I did against Mom's Heart and put Samson's Chain out there. We don't need to worry about Samson's Chain probably anymore, but yeah, we want to get out of the way. And that should be some easy damage. I mean, Samson's Chain, if we can use it effectively, we should, but if it ends up being cumbersome, we can also just dodge these tiers because there's not that many. The animations aren't that hard to miss, or aren't that hard to see, unlike the ones that he throws out right at the start of the fight. Alright, so we're down to the chest. Hoping no curse. If there is a curse, Curse of the Unknown is fine by me. Hey, that's not so bad. I know I have 7 HP, and we should be fine regardless. So that's like Pisces. Did I get Pisces right for once? Yeah, I did. These are shit items, basically, but it is what it is. We did not really... I mean, Pisces is okay. I think. Where's Blue Baby's only friend? There it is. Pisces is sort of okay. But I'm not using my tears that much. Nearsighted friend will occasionally do damage, but not that big of a deal. This room was kind of annoying. Hopefully this ends up being one of the harder rooms we're going to face here. I did not... Did he push his friend into me? That shouldn't count. Watch where you're going, asshole. If we have to respawn as Dark Judas, it's fine. 2 HP should be enough to still beat Blue Baby, but we got to get to Blue Baby first. That's where the compass comes in. These enemies are relatively easy. I'm not going to pick up... If you give me money equals power, I'll go pick up that penny. How about that? If you give me a reason to pick up that penny, I'll go pick it up. I don't think we're getting any more chests over the course of this run. And if we do, there's like a 1 in 150 chance they give me the item that would actually make that beneficial. So you know what? Yes, I'm going to not pick up that penny. I'm not going to do my due diligence. I'm not going to pick up that key either. Give me a reason to pick up that key, and I'll pick up that key. Probably should not have played chicken with that enemy, but it's okay. Get Wrath killed, please. Thank you. And maybe like a... Well, I wasn't hoping for a Joker card, but now that we got one... It gives us 2 Spirit Hearts back, so why wouldn't I, right? Combined with a Devil card, this might actually make it so our tears are the most viable way to deal damage to Blue Baby. Even though I'm probably not going to use them. But if we end up using our tears as Dark Judas when we get like yet another damage bonus, that might be well worth its weight in gold. Because we get to keep the pact even when we respawn, I'm assuming. And I think, by the way, that this is probably the wrong direction that we've taken here. This is a great choice. Who do we kill last here? We can get one of some consumable that we either can't use or don't need. I'll go for don't need, because maybe we'll get some kind of sweet bomb synergy. I think we have Bob's Curse anyway, so maybe like bombs could be useful. Ugh. Alright, this is the right way to go. Finally. Kinda surprised you managed to live as long as you did, to be honest with you. Nearsighted friend, I could probably throw you a bone, let you get a kill there, but where's the fun in that? And Mega Maw is normally kind of annoying for the Brimstone attack. This is not even Mega Maw. This is the gate. But as long as I just hang out over here and I pay attention to when the Leapers fire, then we should be totally fine. Alright, this run is pretty much over. We might as well use the Devil card. And that was a weird run. A very fun run. You know, I like runs that are a little strange in this kind of a little unusual way that we had going on here. But, yeah, let's get Samson's Chain blocking the bullets coming in. It's harder than it looks. There we go. Got to move not too fast. He does have homing shots and shots that kind of curve around, so we got to be a little careful about stuff like that. Whatever, dog. You're going to hit me, and then you're going to let Cube of Meat do the same amount of damage to you that Blue Baby's only friend is doing to you. Well, I guess this is kind of like a steerable Cube of Meat, now that I think about it. Very easy run as well. That's going to take us up to 11. Spinal Tap style. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.